I am here to perform with you how a hanging trap method, to prepare this guide for hanging trap method. So I will be needing the slide or the depression slide, and then of course the cover slip, and then the petroleum jelly, and also the sample. Okay, the first thing that I will do is actually to peel out this area of the depression slide with petroleum jelly. See to it that you have to feel whether where is the depression area. So in this case, what is in front of you is the depression area. In this portion, it is smooth and flat. So this is the portion of the glass slide that we will be using. So again, I will be bringing out our petroleum jelly and peel out the rim of the depression. So at this instance, I will be placing some of the petroleum jelly just around the depression area of the depression slide. Sometimes you can develop your own technique in placing petroleum jelly. So there, you can add some more if you want, especially if you will be using a large amount or larger amount of liquid to be observed, or you have an unknown microorganism that requires you to have an area to allow the microorganism to grow. So that's it. Okay, the next thing for me to do is actually to prepare a smear over the cover slip. So using the inoculating loop, I will get some from the sample or from the specimen sample, the same source of a microorganism that we have used in the staining of microorganism. So I am right now incinerating the inoculating loop. After that, I will get or fish out some of the sample. I could place it just simply at the center, or I could spread it all throughout the cover slip. What is important is I have a moving liquid so that I could see the moving microorganism later on in the microscope. So it is a hanging drop method. So we are just simply going to put this over there. So let us see if the size is just as the same. So the target is in that manner. So as per procedure, it says that we are going to place it at one side and then flip it to the other side. It should be done in a quick and fast way. Okay, so you have there the area whereby the liquid will be observed. So this will be now our hanging drop method. Nice to be with you in the microbiology laboratory. This session we are going to perform, or rather I will be going to perform for you a very important microbial analysis, that is staining. The things that we're going to need include some chemicals, This includes your crystal violet, and then also iodine solution. Gram negative and gram positive analysis make use of iodine, and then ethanol, and then safranin, and of course we are going to make use of your inoculating loop. You have there the loop, and you have also here the needle. So both of this will be used to spread the microorganism to be placed in your glass slide. And in this experiment, we will be using two kinds of slide, the plain glass slide and also the depression slide. Their main difference, if you're going to look at in the intersection of the two slides, you have there a circle that is actually a depression. Okay? And then, of course, we are going to make use of the alcohol lamp. I am at present in the laboratory office, and this area was actually sanitized, not only for COVID reason, but as a protocol in the conduct of microbiology analysis. I would like you to pause for a while, and then you go back and read your procedure before you come back and watch the video on the staining process, because the staining process will only take 5 minutes to perform. Okay, I have with me the glass slide that we will be using to place the specimen, and I have with me the inoculating loop in order to fish out the microorganism. So from the loop, from the loop, I will fish out some microorganisms and will place it here. Now, where is the microorganism? The microorganism is actually found in our sample. Now, how to do this is, first I will heat this or incinerate this before getting any microorganism. In front of me is your alcohol lamp. I hope you can see the light. So I will pass the inoculating loop starting from the loop until it will turn red. It will not take so much time. As you can see, there is already a red mark. So I could move this, incinerate this until the other part of the inoculating loop. Okay, I will call it a little. And then I will fish out microorganism coming from the sample. After getting some of the sample, I will tap it at the top of the slide. After using the you again incinerate the inoculating loop in order to prevent contamination or spread of microorganism in your working area. Now, I'm going to prepare this smear by just simply passing this above the heat. So until I could not see any liquid. This is what you call preparation of the smear. Okay, it is now dry. If you're going to look this against the sun, I could see some stained portion of the glass slide, a blurred portion. Since I will no longer be using the alcohol lamp, I will now switch off the fire or turn off the fire. The next thing to do here is to get, excuse me, okay, this is already the smear placed or fixed in the glass slide. Now we are now ready to put some stain. So the first stain that I will be using is the crystal violet. Exposure of this is only 1 minute. After 1 minute, I will be washing this smear with a distilled water using the so I could count 60 seconds. I could add more, but be sure to see to it that there is a stain passing through this smear. So this is only 1 minute or at a 60 count. After 1 minute, or allowing the slide to be flooded with crystal violet, we wash this using the wash bottle. Okay. After washing, you could tap it with tissue paper, just simply blot in order to remove the excess water. Next to here is already the addition of iodine. Okay, this is the iodine. And then, just as the same, I will be flooding the smear with iodine for another minute. So, there you are. So, we are going to wait for another 1 minute. The gram iodine solution will be there for 60 seconds or 1 minute. And then after that, we will decolorize it with 95% alcohol. So, take note, you are going to wash that first with water. You can again get your tissue paper. If you notice, there is already a smear that is fixed through it. Just simply blot in order not to remove the smear. And then next, we are going to decolorize it for 15 to 30 seconds using the alcohol. You could count. After 30 seconds again, we wash this with water. We just simply try to remove the counter before the counter stain. So after that, we are going to counter stain this with sapronine. "30 seconds only." After 30 seconds, we're going to rinse with water, and then we blot it dry, and then we focus under the microscope. So this portion that we are doing right now is the staining process. So the microscope analysis will be done after. So that is how easy is staining. In fact, in other laboratories, they do it by bulk, not just simply one by one. So the individual slide were placed in a container, and then stains are added. So we will just simply wait this to dry. We are now ready to prepare our wet mount. Of course, I have here my glass slide. The first procedure to do is to place a small amount of water. This is the sample, and this is distilled water. So I will just simply add a small amount of water. So you can see there. And then the next is through the use of the needle, I could get some Vaseline and place around a Vaseline through the drop of water. But in some instances, what I usually do is just simply to place a drop of, I would just simply drop a Vaseline, a small amount of Vaseline in the some areas, not necessarily a circle, but something that could support the cover slip that I will be using. Now that I have readied the petroleum here and spread around this area, I could proceed to the next part of the experiment. Okay, I have already spread along the perimeter area the Vaseline or the petroleum jelly to the small amount of water. So the next thing for me to do now is to go to the next procedure, that is to add a small amount of methyl red dye powder into that drop of water. By using the capillary tube, I could get some amount of the dye. That's too much. So this could be enough for me to place it on into the small amount of water that we had added. So I just hope that there are already some methyl red powder added to it. So the next step is for me to cover this slide and then examine it directly under the microscope using both low and high objective. Just press it lightly or position it lightly to have a better focus later on under the microscope. So we are now ready to go into the microscope area.